Hi Aries, how are you? How's it going? I'm Eriu and this is Eriu Tarot Readings, and you, my lovelies, as always, you are very welcome to this Tuatha, this tribe. This is your bi-weekly reading for June the 16th to June the 30th, 2017. And remember, if it doesn't fully resonate, that's totally fine. Just check out your moon and your rising sign as well. Those videos will be up for you. And if you're not sure what your moon or rising sign is, if you're a newbie to the channel, hello, you're very welcome. We welcome you here to this tribe. We're glad you're here. Check out the link below underneath this video and you'll be able to calculate your moon and your rising sign as well. It takes 2 minutes. So handy. So easy breezy. Alright my darlings, we're going to use the same format as the previous bi-weekly. So general first. We're going to use 6 cards for your general and then 3 cards over that for your love to see how that intertwines into your general life, because if he pops back up, good. If he doesn't, good. Because our lives, we have one life, just different aspects of it intertwine. Okay, I think this is us now. Yeah. Please choose. Okay. And if I need to clarify, we will. Okay. Loads of cards want to come out for you. So. Okay. Damn, 4 of Cups has been coming out for everyone. Absolutely everyone. Leo had this in this position, and Saggy had this in this position as well. Okay, so now major arcanas. We're fluctuating between numbers here. You have 2 7s, that's nice. 4, 8 and 3. Okay, and then the page down here. Alright, so the top row is your first week, that's the 16th to the 23rd, and your second row is your second week, which is 23rd to the 30th. So let's get cracking, let's look at your very first week. Alright, so we all know Aries likes to have a good chat. Aries likes to be in the thick of it. You like action, you like drama, you like red hot steamy stuff. You just do, like, it's just in you. You just love it. You're action orientated, you're the ram, and you just go full force into things. Well, 8 of Rods is here. It's because your level of communication with that, what you feel really passionate about, what you're very creative about, and any projects or anything like that that you're involved in, boom, it's going to be a lot of communication, a lot of emails going back and forth, a lot of text messages, a lot of WhatsApp messages, a lot of Viber messages. But I feel like it's coming at you. More importantly, I feel like you're like just like making it rain messages. Like you just are just on point. You are just getting stuff done. You're scheduling, you're organizing. You're like, what else do we need to do? I can do this. What's this? Put it on the list. Done. What's next? I feel like you're on that level and you're just kind of flying by the seat of your pants. You can even hear that I'm starting to speak really fast now. That means that you're going at quite a fast rate as well. All right, which is cool. So you just kind of steamroll into the week and you're like, let's go. I have a lot of stuff to do. I haven't got any time for stupid things. Let's go. Great. Also, for my new viewers, just to let you know, I use words in the general reading like work, academia, projects, teams, community and committees to help you find out where this story lies for you. Okay, cool. Anything non-romantic basically, right? And domestic life. Now the middle of your week is, because that just like whoosh, that's it just told me it's like enough, next. Excuse me. In the middle of the week then of your first week, you got the 7 of Pentacles, so it's like full steam ahead, and then you kind of stop to have just a quick look back of what you've accumulated so far and what sort of things you've achieved and what sort of things then as well you kind of need to do a little bit more. So this is kind of about cultivating the growth of your actions, pretty much. Pentacles is Virgo, Taurus and Capricorn. It's really materialistic energy at times as well. It's anything that's tangible, but also it's anything that you deem to be of a wealthy disposition, right? So we're talking, I do stuff like your health is your wealth, right? Good phrase, right? And your health is your wealth. So it can be things like that as well. Sometimes it's aspects of the personality as well, of yourself, and you're realizing how much you've achieved within yourself, and that you've actually had a lot of growth, which is great. But I think more so this is a lot more practical for you. I feel like this is a case that you've done so much work, and because you're flying by the seat of your pants, all of a sudden you kind of need to stop and you need to reevaluate. Okay, in whatever area in particular that you are involved in, this is you. You're going, okay, what next? For some of you, this may be a new job opportunity, and for some of you, it may be you're in the same department, but you're in a new position. Or you're in the same company, but you're in a new position. Because the Four of Cups comes at the end here and says to you, oh, I'm so not interested in this. It's pretty much a little bit of a sulky card for me, right? So many people have had this, by the way. So I think that people always anticipate a new time in their life or a new moment when we have summer coming in, because it's such a drastic seasonal change that we think all new beginnings are going to come in too. And sometimes that doesn't happen. I feel like you guys are just really fed up with where you are. Some of you as well might be saving for things. Maybe some of you are saving for a house. Maybe that's what all this stuff is here. The back and forth. Putting offer, looking at this house, going to this house, going to this house. But what you're trying to save as well. And whatever this is, in whatever area of your life, Aries, it's like, it's not good enough. That's what it feels like. It is not good enough. This job is not good enough. It's not giving me what I want or what I need. It's just not there, is it? It's not there. You're looking at this and saying, like, I don't want any of this. Like, what's the point in this? You're having a bit of a moment with this card. I'm not saying it's not justified. Could very well be. You have every right to feel fed up about things. What I want you to realise is that there's a divine hand that's come in to give you a helping hand, okay? It's coming down to be like, look, I'll pull you back up. But you got to acknowledge me. And you're not, though, here, Aries. You're going, I don't really want to even look at these cups. You're like, I'm done. Fed up. I'm done. I had this with you before. I think maybe this is just a funny Aries aspect that I acknowledge with people I know who are Aries. But it's just like, oh, fed up. Yeah. I love that. It's like, oh, for God's sake. It's real, so like, and so, Marlene Dietrich dramatic almost, it's fed up, it's like that. But please acknowledge the offer that's going to be coming into you soon enough. You just kind of need to move yourself out of this funk. Whatever that is that you need to do, move yourself out of this, because it's not doing you any good. All right? And you create this wall of cups, and then you realize none of these are what you want anyway. So, as I said, I think it was Pisces, I said, look, kick them down. Don't bother about these. Look up and try something new. Maybe some of you need to try something new to jolt yourself, to jolt the system a little bit, so you know where you're going next, or what job you might be in next. Or even if some of you do charity work as well. Anything like that. This is important. Instead of looking just straight ahead or left to right, change your perspective, look up. What is there for you? What's attainable and what's reachable as well? Because sometimes when we think we have options and then we've nothing else, it's like, well, what about the one thing that I know I can if I just push myself a little bit more, what's that one thing I can have? This. And it's waiting for you as well. Let's not look back too much in the first week, because you are quite a bit. You were coming in full steam ahead, and then what happened? You got stuck yourself. You got a bit stuck in yourself, yeah? Excuse me. Now, your second week, you've got the Three of Swords, Seven of Rods, and Page of Cups. Okay. There's a little internal battle going on with you, Aries, right? Do you feel that? There's some sort of internal struggle that you're feeling. It's not fully emotional, though. I just feel like you're trying to get places, or you're trying to elevate yourself, and you feel like it's not happening. Okay? You feel like you need to fight against things. You feel like you need to fight against the way people see you, also the way people think of you. But you have the Three of Swords here, which was... Who did I say is that? Who did I say had that? Sagittarius, yeah. So, let's just clear out, or clear up, I should say, what this Three of Swords is doing here. Now, some of you may already know, and for those who don't, we're going to check it out, okay? So, 2 cards. Alright, some of this. This is really similar to Sag, just in a different format, really. Okay, so why is this heartache here? Why is this Three of Swords? What is it, actually? What is the Three of Swords? Three of Swords is heartache. Not heartbreak. The heart is not broken. It is aching. It is sore because something has punctured it 3 times. And these swords are like words, okay? Things that people say to you throughout the course of your life. And there's some things that some people say and you're like, I will never forget what they said. I will never forget that moment. I remember what I was wearing. I remember what they were wearing. I remember what time it was. It's that kind of thing, right? It has that sort of strength as a memory. But these are puncturing the heart, which means that these words and these memories, you're holding on to them too much. Okay? You need to alleviate this sort of like really stingy energy. You need to just slowly pull these out. Slowly. Very slowly. Very gentle. Now, is it nice to do this? No. Do you have to go inwards and acknowledge a lot of things you don't want to acknowledge? Yeah. But it's not a major arcana, so it's not going to feel terribly bad. It's just something you need to declutter, okay? And you can get rid of those swords. Now, why are you like this, Aries? Well, you're like this because of the Four of Pentacles and Three of Cups. I feel like you guys feel like you this is the exact same with Sag. You guys feel like you should be somewhere else but here. Anywhere but here. I kind of feel like you guys are like, I never thought I would end up here. This is where I am. If you had asked me 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, if this is where I thought I'd be, absolutely not. I thought I was destined for other stuff. I did not want to be here. I did not think this was it. And I think as well, what's contributing to this achy heart is that there's a little bit of distraction going on with how you're trying to resolve it. So you're going, right, okay, I didn't think I was going to be here, but what am I going to do anyway? I'm going to save all my money, I'm going to keep myself to myself, stay private, go out and have a lot of fun and go drinking. And I'm going to eat in really nice places. And I'm not going to worry about getting like extra that's what I'm looking for. Well, I keep saying extra love, but extra satisfaction for what I do in life, okay? And that's not, like, if most people live their lives that way, that's not a bad thing. You know what I mean? You work hard, you play hard, that's fine. But most people are okay with that and they acknowledge that. Whereas I feel like you feel just like, this is not it. This is not for me. Where's my calling, you know? Where's my judgment card coming up? No one told me that this was how it was going to plan. This is going to pan out. No one told me this. No, but you're still having fun as you are though, Aries. So look, do this if you want to do this, okay? But no, this might still be here. To get the swords, do less of this, focus on things internally a bit more, find out where you need to be, where you need to go. What the next chapter is for you. Because that's the thing, at any point, you can decide to write a new chapter. Not rewrite, because unfortunately we can't do that. But you can write a new chapter. Just like that. You can. It's making the decisions to see other options that you never thought of before. That are there for you. But you just won't take them. Just be careful now with that stubbornness. You know, it's no point in being stubborn when it's your life, you know? It's your life at hand here. And you've got the Seven of Rods then coming into the middle of your second week. Excuse me. So this is you just trying to, do you know what it's like? Trying to fight off the demons almost. It's like you battling with people, battling with aspects of yourself, battling with the people you love as well, because this may be a case that this has a bit of an effect on the people you love or who love you. And it's actually putting you in such a narky mood that you're just having fights with them. You're left, right and centre. You're like, you're like, can you leave me alone for 5 minutes? Can I just get 10 minutes by myself? Why is this always on me? Oh yeah, it's always the responsibility on Aries, right? Mr. and Mrs. Aries, like, thanks very much. And I feel like, yes, this is kind of a battling card, but I don't even feel like this is, I feel like some of your kids as well, if a few of you have a few kids, they're like trying to get at you and you're like, oh, for the love of God, would you just give me 5 minutes? That's what it feels like. But I want you to know that this isn't as severe as it feels to you. It's just your mental state at the moment, because this needs to be dealt with, okay? So continue on that path, you're going to fall into this. It's just how it goes. And it's about winning the battle anyway. It's about winning against that opposition. But what I'd rather see you do is I'd rather see you win against this and the troubles that you're having in yourself than everyone else. I want you to win at that. I want you to win at being you. Your best you. Okay? Whatever that is. That's what I want for you. What happens when you realize this? When this actually happens to you in the second week? Aries, you soften. You soften down. You become quieter. That fighting power that you've had going on with you, it just, that hard shell, it just becomes softer. And you start to realize the people that are around you are there for your best interests. That these options that are there for you are actually probably something you'd like to try. And why not try? And then you turn in, this Page of Cups energy comes in, and this is you. This is you going, okay, you know what? I've been a bit much lately, but I understand you've been annoying yourself with this stuff as well. It's not just like you're purposely, I'm not saying you're purposely going out annoying anyone at all. I'm not saying that at all. But I know as well you're annoyed at yourself because you feel annoyed and you just can't get rid of it. And that's what a lot of this battle is too, inside yourself. But when you overcome that, you come into a Page of Cups energy and it's like a little light bulb goes off. And you say, maybe I need to just kind of emotionally equip myself for the next chapter that I want to go on. Maybe I need to just actually give less, like retract the fire and give a little bit more love out there. Because maybe that's what I need to do. Maybe I need to comfort now. Maybe I need to support others now. Maybe that's what this is. Maybe I need to say and tell a few people, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say what I said. And there's a lot to be said for a sincere apology too, right? But you feel lighter here now. Look at all this drama going on. Drama. Drama's great, but when it's your drama, it's not great. You know, when it's other people's drama, it's entertaining. When it's your drama, it's like, oh God, what the hell's going on? So yes, you will have, do I dare want to say almost a slightly weaker disposition. But I'm not surprised. Your resources are low because of all of this internal struggle you're having, okay? Your resources are low. And this page is here to remind you that you can always learn again, or learn in general about different sides of yourself and what you need. So I feel like this is a little bit also, a little bit of self-love and comfort and nurture and just a cuddle and just a hug from someone who loves you deeply. It will help you feel more like this. And then you bring into the world your own love. You got love for yourself, you got love for those around you, and you say, okay, then my next chapter now that I'm going to write, I don't want to be like this in it. I want to feel more like this. I want to feel more like the Page of Cups, okay? Now, my darlings, let's look at your love reading for couples and singles. Really sorry if my voice is starting to go, guys. I've been talking non-stop. Non-stop. Here we are. Okay. Right. So, my darlings, you have the Five of Pentacles, the Tower, and the Seven of Swords. Okay. Not great. Really. It's not great. Let's see what's going on here, though. As I feel like there's stuff that needs to be dealt with, and it's not. And that's why the Tower is dead center here, okay? Right, but first and foremost, you've got the Five of Pentacles. So the Five of Pentacles is your earth energy again. It's Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. So some of you may, if you're coupled, may have been involved with a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, may have been another fire sign, or may have been an air sign. Now, for couples, I feel like this is very much at a crossroads of love, whether or not you want to continue on your relationship or whether or not you want to leave it. There is, I normally would almost switch these two around, right? Because you've got this explosion here, and the Five of Pentacles for me is the aftermath of that. So it's like something drastic and hurtful and negative has happened in your relationship or in your marriage, and you're questioning whether or not you should stay. Okay, I feel like you feel like you're done, you feel like you're ready to walk away, but it's about two people knowing that maybe it's gone as far as it could and it can't go anymore. Okay, a lot of heartache. There's a lot of back and forth between the two of you as well. Maybe you're trying to reconcile, maybe there's counseling involved as well, and that's something that you're trying to do. You're trying to get it moving again. Okay, but as I said, Three of Swords is not heartbreak, it is heartache. So it is salvageable, whatever it is. Now for singles, I feel like you're just kind of walking away from love again. I kind of feel like you've had one too many bad encounters. You're like, I just don't want to have to deal with this. I'm getting all this, was this for you guys or Scorpio before? It was very close to it. Anyway, it was getting all this like messages and text messages of people that are interested in you, but it's actually causing you more heartache because you feel like you're getting nowhere with it. So what I always say, it's like modern day dating is like OkCupid and Tinder, whatever, right? And it's that being bombarded with messages, but feeling like there's not even one person you'd like to write back to, and actually feeling worse about love than you should. Okay, this is you walking away from all of that. Now, your middle card at the very center of this is the Tower. You guys are eradicating a lot of crap out of your lives. But I get that your frequency is so high, and it's almost too high that you're on edge. I sense that tension, and you feel like you're a little bit about to explode yourself. The tarot card is coming in for you, not only for your love reading, but also for your general reading. This covers this as well. And it's saying, we gotta get rid of all this crap. We have to just let this mother burn. That's what we need to do. We need to get rid of the way, or your job, or whatever way you do things, and like we need to bring you to where you want to be. We've got to get rid of these relationships or a relationship and all these possible partners, because they're no good for you. We need to get rid of your way of thinking. We need to get rid of those past events. We need to get rid of any belligerence. We need to get rid. Like, I can't even tell you. I'm just getting louder. We need to let this mother burn. That's what this is doing. Because, Aries, I don't feel like you're happy where you are right now. I don't feel like you're happy where you are right now in your life. And I want that and this to be a changing moment where you say, it stops now. And the tarot comes in and says, oh, it's going to stop right now. I just feel like this tower is exploding all over this reading. It needs to, though. It might be even a case that you feel like you're exploding, that you've just had enough. But I feel like your frequency, you're just, I'm up to this. You know, if you were to put your hand out, it would just shake. You're so just frustrated with how things are. You want to get rid of a lot of things. Well, cool. That's what he's there for. That's what that tower is for. It's going to feel like your world is crumbling. It's going to feel like the earth beneath your feet is shaking. Yes, absolutely. It needs that level of extremity in order to lift the shoddy foundations and to get rid of it and make way for new stuff. Some of you may feel this in your current relationship. It's very tumultuous. It explodes. And sometimes with love readings as well, it can be a case where this is like physical abuse, mental abuse, domestic abuse, and this is mad. For singles, I just feel like you're going to erupt as well. I just feel like I just see you having this massive meltdown. You're like, I'm sick of this. When's it my turn? That's what, like, I'm not surprised if you have a few screams. I wouldn't be surprised. You know what you should do? You should go off for a drive in your car. You should just scream in your car. Just get it out of you. Just get it out of you. Let it out. But also be very careful when driving. Be very careful. But yeah. You need to... Alright, if that's not your method of doing it, grand. That's just something I've done before and that works. But if that's not your thing, then fine, just fine. But you need to find a way to release this, because... You hear that? I'm shaken with the anger of it all. And then your last card is the Seven of Swords, which is my least favourite card. Tinker, Tailor, Soldier, Spy. He is the person that takes from people and says nothing and slowly walks away. It is deceit in the minor arcana. He sometimes is deceitful to himself, and yet he somehow justifies his actions. Well, you know, I robbed these 5 swords, but in fairness, I left 2 back. Oh, how very good of you, Seven of Swords. Well, yeah, you know, I didn't want to take everything. That's what he's like. Justifies his actions. Oh, I needed just 5. I didn't take all of them. I left 2 for someone else. Oh, you're very good. You're very good. So for couples as well, do you know what this actually feels like? It feels like this entire reading is wrapped around this tower. This doesn't even just feel like a start of the week, midweek and end of the week. It feels like this is just circulating, and it's doing a 360 spin, and it's just becoming this tornado, and it's just getting faster and faster, more violent and violent. And for some of you, maybe there has been deceit in your relationships, and maybe people haven't told you the truth and have completely lied to you and manipulated you, and you're like, well, where do I go from here? I used to have a cup to give, now I feel like nothing else to give. There were other offers, I didn't pick them, I chose you. That's what that feels like. For singles, you may have felt a deceit in the past. You may have had, I just keep getting liar, 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 such a liar. I keep that just screaming in my head. This may have been with the Pisces, Cancer or Scorpio, or may have been with a Aquarius, Taurus or Sag. Liar, liar, liar. That's what I keep getting. Liar, liar, liar. And all of this energy is circulating around this tower. It's so strong. But let me tell you why this is good. It's good because if we keep this level of movement, okay, and the tower is in the heart of that, then that will explode up and eradicate all this motion. Just get rid of it all. So this isn't an easy read for me. It's not an easy read for you to hear, but know that I say all this because I'm on your side and I want the best for you. So it's good to know what red flags are coming up for you. And sometimes you just need someone else to say it to you. This is what's going on. Please don't push past or try and push through this tower energy. You will not get through it, darlings. You will not. Aries, you like control, you like dominance, you like to do things your way, and that's how it is. Which is why actually I quite love Aries. But I have to tell you in this instance, that's not going to work here. You try and gain control, this is going to push back. You try and dominate this is going to push back. You try and tell this what to do, you will be pushed back with that level of sheer power every time the tower burns and explodes. You'll be knocked back off your feet, girls and boys. You really will. So you need to let this happen. You need to relinquish control in all of this, because that's also what's keeping you stuck where you are, okay? Allow that tower to just get rid of all this. Start your new chapter. It's doing you a favour coming in. Because, like, you were struggling here anyway, weren't you? Struggling here in the love as well. So give it up. Say, do you know what? Go for the tower. Burn it down. Burn that mother down. Look, we're all here for you. As I always say, this is your Tuatha, this is your tribe. You're going through anything. We're all here for each other. That's why I created this, so that there's a space for people to find their tribe and to be and to heal. And look, we're all here for you. Just let that burn. Let it just put it all those flames, man. Let it burn to the ground. And then start a new chapter on your own terms, with who you want to be and where you want to go. That's in love and general. This is important for you. This is important 2 weeks for you, Aries. Not easy, but doable. And if anyone can do it, it's an Aries. Alright? Alright, my darlings. Whew, intense last reading for me. This has been your bi-weekly reading for the 16th to the 30th of June 2017. If you dig what I do, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Remember, I also do private readings as well if you're looking for guidance in your general life or love life. I'm your gal. My email address is below and I can send you my service list and my prices as well. My darlings, like, you just take a few deep breaths the next 2 weeks and allow it all to happen around you, not within you, okay? Around you, but not within you. Peace to all of my lovely Aries and my darlings. I will see you in the very first week of July in 2 weeks' time. You take so much care of yourself. Big love here. Take care. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.